Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Heroes report. Alright, I don't know why somebody keeps trivia notes like this, but from last night in Anaheim, California, it was almost 1 year exactly. I don't know how is it exactly or almost? It says here, 1 year almost exactly that Triple H uttered the phrase "best for business" for the first time at Raw in Anaheim. I don't know who keeps track of that and why. WWE's website's got a poll up asking fans the best argument for John Cena versus Brock Lesnar on last night's Raw with the Hall of Fame forum, which myself, I thought that was about worthless. But Shawn Michaels said Cena has no chance. Ric Flair says Cena has a chance but will lose. And Hulk Hogan, Cena will win. With over 7,000 votes, I guess Hogan has 44%, HBK 35%, Flair has 21%. I hope that adds up to 100%. I'm trying. Anyway, as noted before with Chris Jericho, he's going to be back on Raw next week for the highlight reel with Randy Orton. Jericho appeared to be on vacation Monday and is not booked for tonight's SmackDown taping either. Confirmed Monday's report from TNA being offered a spot on Discovery Channel's Velocity Network, which is available in HD only in less than 50 million houses. TNA is moving Velocity. It says here it was described as the worst case scenario. It said if they take the deal, TNA would have cut so far back on production and talent that TNA as we know it would be no more. Because that Velocity won a big chunk. And I don't know what's, you know, it said 50 million houses. If any wrestling program could get on Velocity, get into 50 million houses, that would be the biggest event in wrestling history to have that many people watch wrestling, but you know, that's not going to work. Now, how many people, now that's how many houses it goes into because there's bundled packages, you know, with cable, which they're just kind of slid into there. But actually, how many people watch it? Velocity, I don't know. That's kind of the right age group, or you know, the area. But anyway, see if you can follow this now. Jeff Jarrett, Global Force Wrestling, which we've heard about for a long time, issued the following from Nashville. Global Force Wrestling has extended its borders again. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that or not, but this time reaching Australia and New Zealand. PWA Australia out of Sydney, Wrestle Clash out of Melbourne, Ride City out of Adelaide, Explosive Pro Wrestling out of Perth, Impact Pro Wrestling out of Upland. I guess that's the latest promotions worldwide to agree with partnership with GFW. Global Force Wrestling now has partners now in Mexico, Japan, England, Ireland, Germany, Australia, and New Zealand. Somebody is out hustling that place. I mean, they're doing some selling, and now when they're going to have their, you know, first match, I don't know. I haven't seen any more on that yet. But several people in within WWE who feel that Marvel's Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy sees more success, it becomes more likely that we won't see Batista return to WWE as a full-time performer ever again. When Batista left a few months ago, there was a belief that he would be back to continue his storyline once the the media appearances for Guardians was over. But some's under the impression now that it may not happen. Batista's future with the company was a hot topic backstage at this weekend's live events. And there's also a risk of Batista getting injured now that his film career is taken off, and it's almost guaranteed that Batista will receive lots more offers for movie roles in a blockbuster hit like, you know, Guardians, I guess. But Batista is no longer seen as a guy who acts in indie movies, and studios will be hesitant to cast him in movies if he's performing in the wrestling ring because insurance reasons, for one thing. Once they get a big production going, you can't just, guy wanted to wrestle and he hurt himself, now he can't even walk out on the set. Alright, Steve Austin noted on Twitter he and Paul Heyman's been spending the past few months in Los Angeles filming footage for his Heyman Hustle website. And like I say, I watched hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Great 2-hour presentation they do on the first disc, talking about Heyman from beginning to end. And he was talking on there, that's one of his main loves is the digital media form of Heyman Hustle. Larry for Larry, or L for L, some kind of a company he's got. Former TNA star talked about it yesterday. Petey Williams turns 33 years old today. Also, this would have been the 49th birthday of WCW star Bobby Duncan Jr. Song composer James Papa's lawsuit against WWE settled back in July 25th. The U.S. District Court in Northern District of Texas is requiring both parties to file their agreement with the court by August 29th so the lawsuit can be officially closed. Papa will be releasing a documentary later this year about the creation of the Fabulous Freebirds' legendary Bad Street USA theme song. I don't know if they're just going to talk about that theme song and that's it. Man. Anyway, there's talk that Raw has that Ric Flair may be booked for tonight's SmackDown from Ontario, California. Not confirmed, but RYBACK noted on Twitter that he's going away for a while to get some stuff fixed. That's what he said. He says, I'm going away for a while, get some stuff fixed. I have not been myself for quite a while. He says, P.S. Sorry, punk. And then not too long after that, he deleted the tweet. Messing with people again. I just got a feeling he'd be a blast to hang around. I don't know if I want to get drunk with him. Be in a big fight with somebody, not me. And Hall of Famer Steve Austin, he tweeted, or rather teased, a return to WWE WrestleMania 32 in 2016. And during a recent interview with PW Torch, Austin was asked about having one more match with WWE, and he replied this way. He says, I reserve the right to, if I want to have another match down the road, say like Dallas, Texas is going to be WrestleMania 32. He said, now 31 is right down the road from me. That could be doable, but I don't see it happening. Now Dallas, that would be a very special, going back to Texas for WrestleMania 32. And they're going to be to need a loaded card to fill that house. So I reserve the right, but I am pushing, pandering, selling, promoting right now. He said, no, nothing. WWE Hall of Famer, this is kind of strange here. Superstar Billy Graham wrote the following on his Facebook about fellow Hall of Famer Abdullah the Butcher. Graham says doctors have told him he has about 2 years to live due to complications from hepatitis C. Graham wrote, the effing worthless subhuman piece of crap cleaned it up, Abdullah. He said he never bladed me, but as you know, gave Hannibal hep C, which almost killed him and is going to kill me. The liver docs have recently told me I have about 2 years left, then my liver fails and I take my final bump. So, F. Abdullah, and I hope he dies a miserable death. Isn't that wonderful? He must have, superstar, he must have a bunch of crap built up inside of him, just explodes every once in a while. Man. Oh well. Wanted to leave you on that wonderful note there, because thanks for clicking. I gotta go.